Hello and welcome. We are still continuing our Boone County Master Gardener virtual home garden tour. I am Gina Ligon. I am your Senior Program Assistant for Horticulture, and today we are here with Miss Peggy at her wonderful yard, and we're in front of her display of lilies. But first, I have a question for Miss Peggy. How did your love of gardening come about?
Grew up with it. My mother, my grandmother, my father always had a little vegetable plot somewhere. And my brother back home in West Virginia is a hobby farmer and has produce that he grows for the whole neighborhood. And I do flowers. Thanks to the Boone County Market and Darkwood Farm, I don't need to worry about growing tomatoes and stuff anymore. I just go to them. But I do have some to play with, and because it does help me gauge the health of things, even though I don't really care. A few Romans off my own plants are great, or a few cherry tomatoes in a bunch, but most of the time I don't worry about it. This used to be the tomato bed, and we turned it over, and they have been in place now. This is their second full year. So they're the Asiatic varieties, and as you can see, these puppies get tall. Like some of the stalks that have already bloomed and I've cut back have hit 4 feet in the early bloomers. I have to use tomato cages to support them, particularly with the storms we've had this summer with the high winds. It would put them much too much. I didn't have to support them. I have a few bloomers in here again for the pollinators, but it is my cooking herbs, pure and simple. Everything from French tarragon to thyme to sage. And what I do is I'll just let the cilantro and the parsley and the dill go to seed. And sometimes I'll use the cilantro seed, green coriander, in cooking. But I just let it go. I love my maple trees. They lower the temperature in the backyard and across the back of the house. It's a wonderful place in this day of COVID-19 for our little patio get-togethers. Because as you can see, it's really easy. 2 people to sit on one end and 2 people to sit on the other, and it's just really comfortable. This is where the water tends to stay and weigh, and you can slop around out here after a thunderstorm without any problem. As a result, the border along the fence I planted mostly in rescued loosestrife from the road construction before the bulldozer ran over it. And then separate it to give some color and height. And then we've got the Asclepias, the milkweed, established over here. And I started working in some daylilies. But this is mostly Siberian iris, a stilbe, a marvelous turtle head that's glorious when it blooms, and it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. We have lily of the valley. I have some bugwort. I have a beautiful pitcher gourd hosta back in here with the other hostas. This is getting into more of the style of an English border garden. The iris, which of course is finished blooming now, are the big beautiful Japanese iris. And I have them in 3 different colors there. Thankfully they finished blooming before the Japanese beetles decided to invade. But I am working on getting tall phlox. Most of it is the David variety, the white, worked in with the coneflowers. We've got some speedwell. I'm trying Wara because it doesn't mind heat and it normally would do pretty well. And the Cleome as an annual, just to give that back pop of color with some of the other phlox. This is my kitchen compost. It actually manages over the course of a year to collect enough that we then are able to spread it on the different beds that we want to enrich. It's only kitchen compost and dry shredded paper that comes from, where you have office papers you grind up. I'll throw that in. He'll do grass clippings, but mostly it's the kitchen. It's the eggshells, it's the fruit peels, the cucumber peels, boards, things that go bad, whatever. No meat, no dairy, no flour, no bread. It is just strictly vegetable. But it is a great source of nutrients, and I need all I can get with this hard red clay.
I enjoy the coneflower because they are so prolific. They hold their color. The goldfinches adore them. The pollinators adore them. And I've actually had good success with some of the new varieties. Some of those, this is their second and third year. It adds color. They have different shapes and form. And I'm finding they just love this spot.
This bed is a mixture of Russian sage, a little salvia, speedwell, a little bit of loosestrife, and my lavender. And I love my lavender, and most importantly, the bumblebees love my lavender. If you get it close up, you'll be able to see that it has lots of bumblebees. In fact, we have these markers up so that people know to stay back a little bit when they park the car and not get the bees and the plants.